Good morning and welcome to the Isle of Wight randonnée. It's 6:30 in the morning and I'm still on the mainland in Portsmouth. I'm just riding to catch the ferry over to the island, and while I'm here, a big thank you to Portsmouth City Council for making the parking so hard. Okay, moan over. Let's focus on having a fantastic day riding around the Isle of Wight. A few stats before we begin. It's 110 kilometres round with about 1600 metres of climbing, so it's quite a tough ride. I've done it many times in the past. Sometimes it's been easier than others. Generally speaking, the warmer it is, the harder it is. Today there's no danger of that because at the moment it's only about 7 degrees Celsius, but it is set to warm up to about 15, and the forecast at the moment is set for dry, which is always a bonus. That's me at the ferry port, 5.5 kilometres from where I parked the car, and that's because I try and use the free ones, and that's the closest one, would you believe? Anyway, I've got a little while before my ferry goes, so I'm just going to stand here in the sun, try and get warm a little bit. I've got Oscar joining me on this ride today. He's come over from Mallorca to do it, plus a couple of other subscribers to the channel. So this is a fairly good place to try and meet everyone as they turn up. Yeah, you can't be too precious about your bike on a trip like this.
You will hear 7 or more shooting, including e-cigarettes, is not allowed, even on the outside decks. Please supervise.
That's us checked in at the first checkpoint. On the route proper now, first climb. And this ride you're either climbing or descending. We picked up a couple of people to ride with. We got Al, Kathy, Oscar, Afzal somewhere, and we've got Roman. So yeah, quite a group of us.
Up a hill while you're sweating away.
Yeah. So this is not a race or a sportive, it's a randonnée. And that means you ride around and you stop at various checkpoints and you get a brevet card stamped. On this ride, I think there are 6 or 8 of them, and they're kind of dotted all around the island because we basically go right around the outside of the island. And the thing with the island is it's very hilly. You're either climbing or descending. Bit windy going through Benbridge there. Thought I'd sit on Ant and Al's wheels, get a bit of shelter.
So you didn't shut down. Nice. Moderate rain. It was so nice.
Here we are at the first checkpoint, 17 kilometres in. Only another 90 to go. So despite having a really good spread of food there, we decided to push on to the first, or the next checkpoint, which I think's about 15 kilometres away. Get quite a way into the ride before we take on any more refreshments, I think. I've got a bottle, so should be okay. Oh, a very little cheeky 12% of there. That took some doing, believe me. One of the great things about cycling around the island is that although it is climbing or descending, the climbs and the descents aren't particularly long, maybe 2 kilometers at most. And after cycling in South Africa and Mallorca doing 8, 9, 13%, 13 kilometer climbs, they seem a little bit easy. And of course, a lot of them, it's a climb followed by a descent. So the descent kind of takes you halfway up the next climb. Weather's suddenly turned a little bit crap. There's the fog and the rain. So yeah, we just gotta put our jackets on and grin and bear it. Oh dear.
Deja vu, it's raining again.
It is. Let's hope it picks up. Second checkpoint, 40 kilometres in. Still a long way to go, but we might just get some refreshments here for the next checkpoint. I seem to remember that's quite a way further on now. First one of the longer climbs now. Just going up Black Gang, and then we'll be descending into Black Gang Chine. We are rapidly approaching the bit on this ride that everyone's dreading, Military Road. Military Road is the point on the ride when you kind of think that you're approaching the end, even though you've still got maybe 50 kilometers left to ride. The ride, or this section itself, is pretty tough because you've got to climb a very long, hard climb, and then you basically descend all over again, lose everything that you've gained, and then you have to climb it all over again. It's heartbreaking. That's the first bit done. Not too bad. Just the next bit, which is the tough bit. There we go, that's Military Road conquered, and it wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was going to be. Maybe all those rides in South Africa and Mallorca kind of stood me in good stead. Don't get me wrong, it was still tough, but it wasn't the slog that I seem to remember. How was that, chaps?
That was good.
Yeah?
It could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
I mean, it was really 2 hills, isn't it, that road?
Yeah.
So you can get a bit of speed up on the downhill, and the last bit isn't so bad. The first hill is the worst.
Yeah, build it up, build it up. I'm
30 mile an hour tailwind.
Yeah. The next checkpoint, I'll be honest, I've lost track of which one's which now. This is Yarmouth. That's the mainland, yes. Just riding through Yarmouth now. It kind of flattens out a little bit from here, but we've still got about 35 kilometers to go. Second ferry of the day. This is the Cowes floating bridge, or the chain ferry. Just crosses the River Yar. It takes about 5 minutes. And would you believe it, we've been dodging showers all day, and now the sun's come out on the last 10k.
This is done. You are done. You are done. But I can give you a certificate.
I was still in
No, we're
Well, there we go, boys and girls. That is the Isle of Wight Randonnée, the long route, 110 kilometres, 1600 metres of climbing, and I found that tough. Not quite as tough as I have done in previous years, but yeah, still tough. I'm glad to finish it. It's just a short ride to the ferry now, and then back to the car. Another 5k. Oh my god.